What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So we're gonna melt some gold and silver. We're actually gonna refine the gold after some tea. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, so before we even go and turn the forge on, I want to see what I have, and I want to know what it's worth right now before we even go out there. I want to know what I have. So we have 4.45 ounces of clean sterling silver ready to be melted. I might crush or cut this guy up a little bit, but everything else has kind of already been cut up into small bits. This ready to go. And I kind of fired this. Problem is, the Devil Forge has a big pool of copper at the bottom, and this thing kind of fell over because of the devil's breath coming out of the side of the forge, kind of blew it over. So now it's got copper on the bottom and up the side, which isn't a problem. I mean, inside's clean. But yeah, I got some fire bricks on the way, so hopefully we can make some sort of cradle or something to hold this from dumping over. And also, this just came. A little ingot mold, graphite ingot mold for precious metals. We've got small little bar sizes and coin sizes, kind of cool. It was pretty cheap, actually. And let's see, what do we got for gold? So this was my big question. So I went on to ask the Google. I just typed in 10 karat gold price, right? And it comes up in grams. So per gram, 10 karat gold is $24.05 per gram. 14 karat gold is $33.33 per gram. So this one's clearly marked. This is 10 karat gold. We've got it's 5.16 grams. So we've got 10 karat, 5.16 grams. It's like right on the line. So it's between 515 and 516 because it keeps going back and forth on the scale. So it's probably very, very close to 5.16, but maybe a hair under, and it's just throwing the scale off a little bit. But yeah, this one roughly worth 120 bucks, and then we have this 14 karat, and it weighs exactly 14 grams, which is $466.68 roughly. So I mean, we have almost 600 bucks just in gold, and then another almost 100 bucks. So I mean, we're 650, 700 bucks, somewhere in there, all right here in these bags. So the silver, we're just gonna put in the crucible, melt it, and pour it, pretty much. But the gold, we're gonna try to refine it. So I've got my little cupels. So basically these kind of, from what I understand, I've never done this before. So that's why I kind of want to make sure I get all my ducks in the row here. Basically, you put the gold into these. They're a one-time use only. You melt down the gold, and then you add lead. And the lead will mix in with the gold. It'll grab all of the base metals besides gold, and it will pull itself down and absorb into this unit right here, right? And then at the end, you're left with a little tiny gold button at the bottom. You take out the gold button, and then all of those impurities are stuck in this cupel, which you could bust it open and recover them if you wanted to, or you could just pitch it. I don't know. But basically, I was looking to see how much lead. So from what I see, it's a 2-to-1. So I already have some clippings of some lead. I clipped off this little block that I melted and saved for this purpose. So if we have 5 grams of gold jewelry, I'm gonna put in roughly 10 grams or a little over. There's 12 grams, 12.31, close enough. I'd pop that in, and now this is ready to be melted down. So we'll probably have to do, you know, two separate things because it doesn't look like we'd have the room to do it all in one. We might, I don't know. I think I'll do it two separate. That way we have more room in this for the base metals to, you know, get pulled away. So I think we're good. We've got our, yeah, we've got our jewelry. We've got everything weighed out. As soon as those fire bricks get here, we're gonna go fire up the forge. So stay tuned. See you there. Wow. These bricks cut really, really easy. I was not expecting that at all. I mean, I've tried to cut regular bricks like that even on this saw, and it's tough. These bricks are like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Yeah, you can tell the difference here. These are like dense, right? These are very, very light. They're really airy kind of bricks. So I don't know what they use, but yeah, that cut extremely easy. Check this out. Might be good to know if you're looking to do the same thing. So let's cut this into little pieces now. Maybe we'll do, actually, you know what? We'll cut one in half again. And then I'll split up the quarters. Different, okay. It's not even that dusty either, which is really surprising. Look at that. Just like butter. Just like butter. All right, that should give us enough options, you know, to kind of have a base, because there's that pool of copper at the bottom of the forge, and I really don't want the gold to tip over into it. And then we can kind of use some of these little blocks in between the walls of the forge and the crucible to kind of hold everything from tipping over. So yeah, and I didn't even have to get them wet. All right, let's get everything ready. But first off, look who's back. It's the Devil Bird himself. Sonny boy, El Diablo, come here. Come here. That bird will rip your face off. He doesn't like me. The other ones do, though. All right, so we're gonna get Kipels. God. The birds. Yeah, I'm just gonna get Kipels, everything outside. See you out there. All right. Just trying to beat the sun, but that ain't happening. Let's just put that in there. Start with the silver. Just if we could trap it so it won't fall, that would be ideal. Still need the flames to get up here though. Do it. Yeah. I think that'll do. Let's light her up. jumping around those bricks. But it looks like I can see the silver turning red, so should be good. Give it a minute. Let it marinate. Melt down pretty easy, but at least it's just squashing down in the crucible pretty quickly, this silver. So I'm just gonna let it squish a little more, try to get the rest of this in there, and then wait till it's liquid. Okay, it looks ready. I'm gonna try to grab it. All right, now we're gonna try to get the Cupels in there. There's no turning back now. The lead is all melted into the gold chains. We gotta see this one through to the end. Alright, so they both have completely melted, and I could see like a ring where they started at the top, and it's slowly pulling down into that little Cupel. So it looks like it's working. I don't know, I'm just gonna keep watching it until it stops shrinking, and then I'll just turn it off and let it cool naturally. I'm not gonna try to pull them out of there and chance spilling any of it. So I'll let it cool right in there, and then we'll just bust it out once it's hard. Alright, I'm gonna shut it off and look at them. Yeah, it looks like they need more time. Alright, so I busted these open. You can see, yeah, you can see where it started to work. I don't think I left it in there long enough, so it really didn't absorb too deep. But regardless, I took out the buttons, put them in a fresh Cupel, and I put a little bit more lead, and back in the forge they went. So I'm just, hopefully I have enough gas. I'm just gonna run it until she runs out. See what happens. So you can see one of them pulled down into a little button, you know, just like I've seen online. And the other one is a big crusty mess. Not sure what's going on there. Maybe it just needs to be Cupelled again with some more lead. There must be just a lot of impurities left in this. But this one looks like it's pretty darn close. So we'll let these cool down and we'll pull them out. I'm out of gas, so we'll have to get some more gas tomorrow. Alright, so that was definitely interesting. Now I can say that I've melted gold and silver. So, you know, I had the 10 carat necklace that was clearly marked 10 carat, and that one, it went off without a hitch, man. Like, I put the gold in the Cupel, I added some lead. I put it in, and I got it hot, and it all kind of mixed together, the lead and the gold, and then it started to shrink. I think I didn't leave it in there long enough, so I actually took it out. I put it in another Q-Pel, added some more lead, threw it back in for a second go, and then it kind of went exactly like I saw online. It just started shrinking, and then it stopped. And then I was just watching it. I turned off the forge and just kind of watched it, and I could see these little dots kind of going off to the side, and then I saw it glass over, and I'm like, there it is, it's done. Because I saw that, I've seen many other people do it, and here's a piece of one of the Q-Pels busted open. You can see how all those other base metals kind of absorb down into the Q-Pel. Pretty cool. And here's what we got from that 10 karat necklace. So this should be pretty darn close to 100% pure gold. We got a nice little button. Look at that. Pretty cool, man. So let's throw this on the scale. I think that necklace was, what, 5 point something grams? 3.35 grams of hopefully pure gold. This should be really close, but I did order a test kit. It's coming in like a week. I am going to test this. And the other necklace that was, it was really hard. It wasn't clearly marked, but I thought I saw a 14K. And this is kind of the mess that I was left with. Didn't go like the other one. So either it wasn't gold, or I didn't Q-Pel this far enough, because it was 3 times the size of this. So this was like 5 grams, and this was 14. So I do think these Q-Pels are only made, they're very small. So I think these are made for Q-Pelling very small amounts. So I think maybe this, 5 grams or whatever was about as much as these can handle. So this might need just further Q-Pelling. I don't know, but honestly, I went out and got 2 more tanks of gas, another $50. I'm not even gonna waste the gas until I can confirm that there's gold in here. And if there is, then I'll fire it back up. But this is, I don't know. So I scuffed the back just roughly. And I can kinda, let's see. Yeah, you see that? I can kind of see some gold color there. But this looks eerily similar to the way brass cools, because I've melted brass bars many times. And when brass cools, it does this, it has this crystallized, chunky structure to it, just like this. So I don't know if maybe there's a lot of brass in here, I don't know. So regardless, I'm gonna save this until the gold test kit comes, and if there's gold, then I'll Q-Pel it again. Maybe that's all it is, I don't know, but it was not clearly marked, so I have my doubts. And then we have our silver, which this stuff cools down so fast, man, it's crazy. Well, gold and silver, they have high conductivity, right? And it shows, because this stuff was very difficult to pour. So, I didn't, whatever. Little weird shapes, I wasn't going to sit here and grind them down and make them square and do all of that. I just wanted to, it looked like a bag of trash, and now it looks like we have little pieces of 100% pure silver. And I whacked them with a wire brush really quick. It's very hard to do because they're very small. And what do we have? Oh, we gotta go to ounces. So what we had 4 point, I forget, we had 4.4 or something. Yeah, 4.45 ounces. We have 4.29. So obviously you're gonna lose a little bit when you melt, and I know exactly where it is. It's in the crucible. You can never get it all out. And there it can stay until the next time I melt some silver. But there it is. There's our little haul. Some little gold and silver. I want to look up what this is all worth right now real quick. So just looking at some prices online real quick, it looks like it would appear that we have about $90 in silver, and this little gold nugget is worth about 196 bucks. So a few $100 there, almost 300 bucks. It's a little different than copper. 300 bucks in copper is like, boom, big time storage needs, right? This is pretty small. Speaking of which, I do have another big copper haul coming very soon. Should be fun. But yeah, anyways, we melted some gold, we melted some silver now, and refined it a little bit. But yeah, anyways, that's it for this one. Make sure you subscribe, give me a thumbs up. See you in the next one. What in the hell? Nancy Pelosi, what are you doing here? Get out of here.